Hey Royals, this is Mademoiselle Mosley again. I hope everybody is doing fine tonight. Listen, 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 let me tell you something. No, anyway, let me get done. Who is greater, the servant or the master? You can find that in the Bible. Search it. Tell me in the comments where it's at. I know where it's at, but I want you to look for yourself. Who is greater, the servant and the master? Most people would say the master. But let me get with it. I've been a servant for decades. And when I say I've been a servant for decades, I've been making sure people were okay, that the lighting of their life was just right, that the food was delightful. But it wasn't enough. No, it wasn't enough. The only time they value you is when you're giving them stuff. And well, every now and then, they'll throw you a bone. Here's a little something for you, servant. But why don't you sit down and chew on it with me for a while? Why don't you sit down with that servant that has been serving you for years? Throw them a bone and won't you sit down and chew on it for a while with them? And you will really find out something that you didn't anticipate you would find out, that the servant is greater than you thought. But it can't compare to all the stuff you bought. To truly see how I'm doing or get into instead of stealing my energy. See, some people you serve, they stealing your energy. All the stuff you do or when they come to you, they just stealing your energy. Instead of stealing it, why don't you pay for it? The servant. That's when somebody serves you at a restaurant. That's why they get tips for their servitude. And if they serve you real good, you give a big tip. But some people don't do nothing but tip stuff over. Let me get a little deeper. So instead of stealing the servant's energy, like I said earlier, why don't you pay for it? Or if you really appreciate the servant, the energy is free, baby. It's free. The only reason you're stealing it is because you don't plan on doing right by me. Yeah. Anytime somebody steals something from you, they don't plan on doing right by you. Let me get a little deeper. The reason that it's considered stealing is because you aren't really truly paying what it's worth. You know how you get a car or you get a house, you be like, man, that was a steal. It's worth way more than that, than I paid for it. And the reason why it's a steal, because you have deemed this person worthless when you stealing their energy and you're not reciprocating anything to them. Even when you go to the gas station, you got to pay before you fill up. What's up? $20 on 10, you got to give them the $20 before you go fill up or put the little gas in your gas tank. on number 10. You know, it used to be a time when you could just go up to a gas station, pull up, pump your gas, and then go in and pay for it. But people are so deceitful and dishonest this day, you can't give them nothing free or nothing to allow them to get it themselves before they give to the person who they got it from, because you won't give nothing, but they want everything. Let me get a little deeper. So, like I said, the time where you can go and you can get only what you pay for. They wouldn't allowing you. They don't allow you today to do that. And let me close this thing real quick. Like I said earlier, who is greater, the servant or the master? I say what I think. When you have mastered servitude, it doesn't matter about anybody else's attitude. It don't matter when you serve. If they don't appreciate it, you just keep on serving. You don't worry about them. You know the master is watching. You're serving him by being a servant unto them. And if they don't appreciate it, then they got to reap what they sowed. So you don't have to worry about being appreciated by man. As long as you are appreciated by God. Because his son is the one that paid the ultimate price so that we can do whatever it is that we've done, whether it's good, bad, or indifferent. The opportunity to serve is one of the greatest opportunities that you can have. And I'm going to go a little deeper with the servitude. And I'm going to give you another scripture that I like. Well, not so much as a scripture. I'm going to give you an event that happened in the Bible. Before Jesus was going on to be crucified, him and the disciples stopped at this house, and they was going to wash their sandals and clean their feet before they journeyed on. So Jesus took off his priestly robe and he girded himself. You know, girded is when you tie something around you so your private areas are not showing. You know what I'm saying? You sustaining your bodily organs where they need to be. Because I don't know if he was wearing, he must have not been wearing it up under there, and I don't know what the man had on, but they said he girded himself. So when he girded himself, he went down to wash the disciples' feet, and they checked their feet back. He's like, no, master, why are you doing this? You know what I'm saying? Why are you washing our feet? We should be washing yours. And that's when he said, the servant is no greater than his master. He was letting them know, even though you call me master, I am here to serve you and show you how to serve. And then what they didn't know at that time is that he was going to serve as the ultimate sacrifice on the cross. Because after he girded himself and after he washed the disciples' feet, he put his priestly robe back on. He did not ungird himself because he knew what he was going to do. So the servant and the master was one. It depends on the situation which one you're going to use. But one is no less or no greater because they two are the same. So I hope that helped y'all. Like, share, and subscribe. And until next time, get it before it gets you. I'm out.